Hey everyone, it's Morgan. My response to unethical, immoral, and unjust in physical education and sport. I found an article by Derek A. Krieger. It's called Unnecessary Roughness, School Sports, Peer Networks, and Male Adolescence Violence. It is quoted as saying, "There is a strong relationship between contact sports and violence. Contrary to social control expectations, analyses suggest that athletic involvement fails to inhibit male violence." With that being said, I think as much as I would love to say that there is an easy way to discern what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in sports these days, I simply cannot. Language and social media, just to name a few, are dependent on age. It is more socially acceptable for a 28-year-old professional football player to go on Twitter and call out or make fun of their opponent with inappropriate language than a 10-year-old football player cursing out another kid on the field. Bullying is bullying, and society needs to set some guidelines. If you want to change the unwritten guidelines that exist today, then you will need to change society. Now, with that being said, I'd like to tell you a story about when I was a kid playing club soccer. I was a young teenager, like early teens. I was playing on a club soccer team, and we had an away game, and it was raining pretty hard all throughout the morning. The field turned basically to mud, and it made everything miserable. The team we were playing against were taking cheap shots and injuring some of our players. Unfortunately, the refs didn't do anything about this, and at halftime our coach talked to the referees about all of their missed calls or lack thereof of calls. And shortly after the restart, my teammate was taken out by a slide tackle, and the kid came up with his cleats up, and he got his ankle, got him pretty good, and there was no call whatsoever, even though it was very plainly to see that he did this intentionally. The referee made no call whatsoever. It was at this moment that my coach yelled at us players, to come off the field. He apparently had seen enough and did not want to see any of us injured, like seriously injured. The rain was coming down and it was cold, and we have injured players. The field is basically 90% mud at this point, and there's standing water everywhere. We were going home, and as we were leaving the field, some of the parents on the other team started taunting our coach, us players, and even our parents. I don't know why they were doing this, but it definitely did happen, because I remember that rather well. Let's see what happened next. Oh yeah, we left, and my coach complained about the incident to the people in charge. I was very proud of not only how our coach handled and protected us, but also how my teammates handled themselves. We easily could have gotten into a fist fight, but we chose not to. We chose to play the game instead. My faith was placed in our coach to help and protect us. My belief was that the referees would be fair, but that was simply not true in this scenario. And my value on playing the sport I love instead of getting into a fist fight was held higher this time. So that was my little short story about what I went through. I look forward to hearing back from you guys and your responses. Thank you.